Hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Emily. If you're not, thank you so much for coming back. Today's video, actually I'm going to start this off with, if you hear squeaking in the background, Harley just got this new squeaker toy because the dogs got their bark box delivered today, and so she found a new toy that squeaks, and she's going off. She's going crazy. So I'm sorry if you hear that in the background. Today's video is just some plant chores that need to be done. This leaf has pretty much hardened off, so I'm going to be upsizing my variegated fry deck. I'm going to be repotting my Anthurium veitchii and my little baby crystallinum here. And then also I'm going to be separating all of these. I'm going to say it wrong, so I will put it on the screen. Mitsa something. It's the non-variegated fry deck. That's what it is. Eventually I'm going to be able to say it correctly, but today is not that day. And then depending on how we are doing with time, I might go ahead and harvest those corms from my scalp room. But maybe, I don't know. I missed a giant hair here when I was putting my hair up. Okay. That's how today's gonna go, huh? Great. Also, I'm sorry for the lighting if it's bad. It's been storming all day. It's a gloomy kind of day. And so I am sorry about that. And now you are just gonna go in a bun. Let me move this light closer. Is that better? I think it's better, and my hair's not staying up. Back into a ponytail you go. Okay. I already have the pawn out, so I'm going to start with the fry deck here. The variegated fry deck. One of my pride and joys. Also going to be using my new potting mat. Break this bad boy in. Maybe. It's hard. Okay, there we go. This sucker is bright. Wow. Kind of reflects onto my face though, so you can see what I'm doing. Seems bright. Alright. So, she's going in this 5.5 inch self water. I did just rinse it, so it's like really wet. What I did not do is dump out the water that is currently in here. Because why would I do that? Why would I ever be prepared for a video I knew I was gonna do? All I'm gonna do is dump her out. Now, she might be a little young. But I'm gonna see if there's any corms yet. Because why else would you have? She's starting to grow them. Oh! That is great. She's starting to grow them. Okay. And I guess I ripped some baby roots. That's not good. I didn't mean to do that. Everything's breaking. So since I basically, okay, I didn't basically, I ripped some of the little small, like really fine roots. I just went ahead and dumped out the pond. I was gonna reuse it, but now that there's roots mixed up in there, I'm not gonna reuse it. So I have my bucket of washed pond here. Put a little layer in here. She's just gonna go in. I'm gonna spread her roots just a little bit. Not gonna make a mess with the pond. What I'm actually gonna do is be smart and move this to the other side of me. Because that would be easier, right? Alright, she's gonna, wow, okay. The little thing came off here. Okay, there she is, pretty easy. Gonna set her to the side. Now for you. So the reason I'm going to separate this one out is I am going to a plant swap here soon at the end of the month, and so I don't need all of these fried eggs. Can you see me? I don't need all of these fried eggs, so I'm just going to separate them out and swap some. They are rooted in here. Oh, wow. They are very well rooted in here. Okay. And Mama is just going to go back into this pot. Set that to the side. And now I'm gonna work on detangling these. There is one little baby. Here is 2 little babies. There's another one here. We got all kinds of babies in here. Three baby. Oh wow, there's so many. 4 baby. Oop, that one's got a tiny little baby root system here. Probably because I ripped them off. Totally did not mean to. And just while I'm at it, I'm going to see if there are any more cores in here. And yeah, I think I'm gonna separate this one as well here. Okay. Tease the roots just a little bit. There we go. There's the root system for that one. Ooh. Yeah, that came off of there. So that one's no good, but does seem to be a couple little growths here with their own little root systems. So I'm just gonna go ahead and remove those. I keep knocking pond into my lap. And then I'm just gonna remove this dead matter because this can cause rot while it is in the pond due to this being an organic matter. She is putting out some more corms, but they are just barely starting to sprout here. And I'm just going to do a quick little tug on the roots, that way any rotted roots will just come straight off. I'm not pulling, I'm not being rough, I'm just doing a gentle little running my hands through them because I separated, and so there's probably going to be a lot of roots that I ended up leaving behind or that broke off when I was separating. So I am just going to run my hands along the roots to try and take some of that off. Okay, she is looking good to go. So I'm just gonna pot her back into this 5-inch. Yeah, that'll be fine. And because there's now roots everywhere, I'm going to just give her fresh pond. Just a layer here on the bottom. she is going to be a lot happier in here all by herself. Just going to go ahead and set her down here to the side. Now, what to do with all these babies? Okay, I got some cups here. They don't have drainage, but that will be okay. It'll be okay for a little while. Like I said, I'm taking these to a swap. So it should be okay. So I'm just going to pot them up like this. The really small ones, I'm probably going to put 2 in 1. Yeah, I'm going to put 2 in 1. There's the first one. Here is the second one. And all I'm going to do with these, because they're just in a cup with no drainage, they're going to have a little water reservoir about that big, just under the roots, or that tall, I guess. I don't know. But just under the roots. And then same thing what I did with the mother plant. I'm just going to remove any dead organic matter that I see on here, just so that it is a less of a chance for it to rot. This one is very well rooted. Oh, it made a mess. I'm always making a mess. Just like that. It does look like this one's browning a little bit, probably just because it was so cramped in the pot with the mom. Just like that. And you can see the little roots there. So that one is good. For these corbs, see the 2 little corms that I took off of Mama. They do already have their own root system. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put them in a cup together. Alright, just like that. So you can see they are in a pot together. They are just poking up. Here is the first one. The second one is right there. So same thing with these. I'm just going to fill a reservoir to just under the roots, and they will be good. gonna try and get some of these roots off the top of my pond here. Put it in its own little pile so it's a little easier. Just throw it away. Just gonna go ahead and set that one to the side. I'm just gonna set this over here. Close my bin. Okay. Go ahead and make some room here. Now we're going to move on to the anthuriums. Move my soil bucket over here. So these are currently in a 4-inch pot, I believe. I'm pretty sure they're ready for an upgrade. I'm just going to take them out and check here. Actually, this one will be okay for a little bit longer in this same pot. All I'm gonna do is take off a couple of these little seedling leaves just so I can bury it down a little bit. Or maybe not, because they all seem to be putting out. They're all like its own little system, like their own little pups. Seem to be putting out leaves here. So on second thought, I'm just gonna bury it a little bit deeper down in here just to activate some of those aerial roots. Give it a little refresh, a little bit. Fresh soil. It's still got some of its original soil in there, doing kind of a mix. Get little taps, settle the soil. And there she is, back in her pot. Now, this one feels super heavy. It's been drying out. Pretty sure this one needs a repot. Oh yeah. She was ready for a repot. Okay. There is the root ball on that one. She is going to go into one of my new one of my new 5-inch pots here. If I can get one to separate. There we go. Now I will say this is like pretty thin plastic, unfortunately, but it's what I got at the moment. So I just went ahead and put a layer on the bottom. gonna go ahead and, oh, that's actually a little bit too much. Okay. Just plop her in. I'm going to spread those roots out a little bit. Same thing with the other one. Going to plant it a little bit deeper. And I made a mess, like always. So I really like with these clear pots, you can see where when there's sometimes gaps. There's a gap right there, or like a little air pocket. So that's why I do a little tappy tap. And there she is. She's a little off center of the pot, but that's okay. It's fine. Okay, let's see. 30 minutes. Yeah. I think we're gonna go ahead and end the video here for today. Maybe I'll pull those corms in another video. Either way, we shall get to it eventually. So, I don't know which video is gonna come out first, but I'm supposed to have plant mail delivered tomorrow. So that one's probably gonna come out first. Yeah, that one's probably gonna come out first. But if you haven't seen that one yet, I got a bunch of props, like cuttings, and one of them is super exciting, and I'm really fortunate I was able to get one. So if you haven't seen that video yet, go watch that video. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this here today. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and let me know down in the comments below if you like this video and which of these plants was your favorite to watch. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Alright guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.